morning, everyone. This is story time from the Satsuma Public Library. School has started back and all the children are in their classrooms and hopefully they're being able to wear their mask and wash their hands regularly so they all stay safe. This morning on story time, we have a story about masks and about the virus, and it's called Mask Ninja. And probably all of you children out there know who a ninja is. So let's see what they have to say about wearing our mask and why we should. Masks are surgical masks that doctors wear. It helps protect them by catching a barrier to viruses and bacteria. Many ninjas are wearing masks because of a virus going around. Why are you wearing that? My mask protects me and you. Viruses can make you feel unwell. Sometimes it can cause you to become very sick. Our little ninjas aren't looking so well there. The latest virus is causing everyone around the globe to fall sick. When this happens, it's called a pandemic. According to the CDC, that is Center for Disease Control, this virus began in Wuhan City, China. Viruses are spread when someone coughs, sneezes, or comes in close contact with a person infected with the virus. Sickness comes in a landslide but goes out as slow as spinning silk. This is a popular Chinese saying, and it is similar to what is happening when there's a pandemic. All of a sudden, the new virus is spreading quickly, but treating, preventing, and containing it will be very slow and difficult. Besides wearing a mask and keeping a safe distance from other people, one way to prevent the spread of virus is to wash your hands. Do this correctly. It's good to wash often with soap and water for at least 20 seconds. Wash, wash, wash your hands. Wash them nice and clean. Scrub them here, scrub them there, and scrub them in between. Another thing you can do is to keep your hands away from your face. On average, we touch our face more than 100 times a day. Sneezing into your elbow or a tissue shows respect for other people by protecting them from your germs. Excuse me. And remember to cover your mouth when you cough. It's best to cough into a tissue, but if you don't have one, using your upper sleeve is good. Just like I did a few minutes ago. Cover up your coughs and sneezes. If you don't, you'll spread diseases. There are a lot of rumors on the internet about viruses that causes pandemics. You should only listen to your doctor, CDC, or the WHO. WHO stands for World Health Organization. They are reliable sources of information about viruses. And I'm sure that all of your mommy and daddies out there are doing just that to keep you safe. Some ninjas are teased for causing the virus. We should always be kind and not blame others for what is happening. If you're experiencing harassment, you should report it to an adult. Excuse me, bullying is never okay. Excuse me, I have something to tell you. See, the little ninja is talking to an adult. We are all in this together, so it's important to be kind to each other. Remembering these tips could be your secret weapon against the spread of virus and racism. The end. So I hope this tells all the little ones a little bit about why these masks are so important and washing their hands. We hope that this has in some way helped them to understand a little better the reasoning for all of this. And for our second story today, we're going to read Amelia Badilla's first day of school. For all those that have went back to school, let's see how Amelia handles her first day at school. Amelia Padilla couldn't wait to go to school. Here we are, said Mrs. Park, the bus driver. Time to jump off. Amelia jumped back and then ran as fast as she could and jumped as far as she could. This is not a very good way to leave your school bus. Don't be jumping off the school bus like Amelia. Amelia landed right on top of a grown-up. Are you my teacher? She asked. I am Mrs. O'Malley. I teach gym. Oh, said Amelia Badilla. I am not Jim. I'm Amelia Badilla. Can you help me find my teacher? Follow me, said Mrs. O'Malley. And Amelia Badilla did, right into her new classroom. Hello there. My name is Mrs. Edwards, and you must be Amelia. How did you know? Asked Amelia Badilla. Because you're my last tag, Mrs. Edwards said. Amelia Badilla started running. You can't catch me, she yelled. I'm too fast. Come back, said Mrs. Edwards, laughing. We aren't playing tag. I have a name tag for you. Amelia Badilla looked at her name tag. Something was missing. She added, Badilla. My whole name, she said. It rhymes. So it does, said Mrs. Edwards. Now please sit wherever you like. That was a hard choice for Amelia Badilla. She liked the pictures of faraway places. She liked the letters marching across the top of the board. She liked the hamster running on its wheel. She liked everything she saw, so she just sat right down in the middle of the classroom. Mrs. Edwards began the day by calling the roll. Amelia Badilla? What? Said Amelia Badilla. Not what, said Mrs. Edwards. Here. I hear you, said Amelia Badilla. Good, said Mrs. Edwards. When you hear your name, say it. It, hollered Amelia Bedelia. It, said Mrs. Edwards. Who is it? I will be it, said Amelia Bedelia. Can we play tag now? Everyone began to laugh. Clap, clap, clap. Shh. Be quiet as mice, said Mrs. Edwards. Now that I am sure you are here, Amelia Bedelia, I'll read the names of your classmates. Rose, here. Teddy, here. Angel, here. Chip, here. Holly, here. Penny, here. Dawn, here. The names were very exciting, but Amelia Bedelia still loved her name the best of all. Plop, plop, plop. Mrs. Edwards placed a lump of squishy clay on each desk. Let's make our favorite animal, she said. Amelia Bedelia loved hamsters, so she began making one. Rosie made a giraffe, Dawn made a pony, and Clay made a big, fat bullfrog. You're funny, Amelia Bedelia, said Clay. You could be the teacher's pet. Amelia Bedelia was not happy. She loved animals, but she did not want to be anybody's pet. She felt like flattening Clay's frog. If you have trouble, chickadees, said Mrs. Edwards, try wiggling your fingers on that clay. So that's exactly what Amelia Bedelia did. Soon Clay was laughing so hard he could not stop. Amelia Bedelia, said Clay, stop tickling me. Clean up, everyone, clean up, sang Mrs. Edwards. It's time for music. Mrs. Melody arrived with her guitar and tambourine. We will sing like birds today. La la, she trilled. Then the students toured the library with Mr. Stacks. I want to see your noses in the books, said Mr. Stacks. In gym class, Mrs. O'Malley taught them how to run like cheetahs. As you can see, Amelia Bedelia stuck her nose in the book. And when she was running like a cheetah, she was meowing. At last it was lunchtime. Do you feel like a sloppy Joe? Asked the lady behind the lunch counter. No, said Amelia Bedelia. Do I look like one? Here you are, said the lady. I hope your eyes aren't bigger than your stomach. Me too, said Amelia Bedelia. They wouldn't fit in my head. Amelia Bedelia, said Rose after lunch, do you want to jump rope with us? Amelia Bedelia smiled. Sure, she said. She put the rope on the ground and jumped over it. Amelia Bedelia was a terrific rope jumper. Rose giggled. So did Holly and Dawn and Joy. But before long, everyone on the playground was jumping rope the way Amelia Bedelia did. There was time for one last project. Mrs. Edwards brought out big sheets of paper, glue, and scissors. This is free time, she said. Create something wonderful. Amelia Bedelia decided to make daisies for her mother. She got a piece of white paper for petals, and a piece of yellow paper for the center, and another piece of white paper, and another piece of yellow paper, another piece of white paper, and another piece of yellow paper. She's got quite a bit of paper there to make a daisy. Amelia Bedelia, said Mrs. Edwards, don't be a ping-pong ball. Please sit down. But I need greens for the stems. Enough is enough, said Mrs. Edwards. Please glue yourself to your seat. So Amelia Bedelia did. And since her daisies didn't have stems, she glued them to her headband until the school day ended. Goodbye, squirrels and ladybugs, said Mrs. Edwards. She was standing in the doorway giving everyone a gold star. See you tomorrow. Soon, Amelia Bedelia was the only one left. Amelia Bedelia, said Mrs. Edwards, why are you still here? Because, said Amelia Bedelia, you told me to glue myself to my seat. So I did, said Mrs. Edwards. And so I did, said Amelia Bedelia. Poor Amelia Bedelia, she has glued herself to her seat. Amelia Bedelia stood up and the chair stood up with her. Mrs. Edwards chuckled, then laughed out loud. Oh, Amelia Bedelia, Mrs. Edwards said, I should have known better than to say that to you, especially on your first day of school. As Mrs. Edwards got Amelia Bedelia unstuck, she whispered, want to know a secret? Today is my first day of school, too. I am a brand new teacher. We both deserve gold stars, said Amelia Bedelia. You'll have lots of fun tomorrow, said Mrs. Edwards. We are having an assembly. Hooray, said Amelia Bedelia. What are we going to build? Memories, said Mrs. Edwards. Then she tapped Amelia Bedelia once on the very top of her head. Tag, said Mrs. Edwards. You are it until tomorrow. Amelia Bedelia smiled. She could not wait to come back to school. The end. Staff here at the library hopes that all the children that have went back to school are beginning to enjoy being back around their classmates and seeing other people. And for those of you who are home, that's a good thing too, because you get to spend a lot of family quality time with mom and dad. We have an event coming up that I'd like to tell you about. We had a contest this summer, an art contest, and this coming Tuesday, August the 25th, the library is going to have a tent set out in front of the library pertaining to the census. Now the census, as you know, is something that you need to be counted for. So parents, if you have not been counted, this is your opportunity. We will have kiosks out there. It's a 5-minute simple thing to do to register yourself with the census, and we will have giveaways. We have a beautiful cup that has the 2 winners of the drawings. Their pictures are on this cup. So if you get a chance, you're out to vote that day, please stop by and see our census tent at the library. They'll have lots of information out there, and we look forward to seeing all of you. We hope that you stay safe and you stay healthy. And until the library is back on a full running schedule, we miss all of you, and we will see you then. God bless each of you.